1492, one man's daring voyage changed the course of human history. Yet his goal was not to discover a new continent. The Ottoman Empire controlled the eastern trade routes. Europe hungered for spices and gold. The search for new paths became inevitable. Christopher Columbus believed he could reach India by sailing west. Trusting his maps, he sought support for his dream. Columbus's plan was rejected by Portugal, England, and France. No one was willing to finance his risky voyage. At last, Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand of Spain decided to give Columbus a chance. History was about to change. 3 ships were readied: the Santa María, the Niña, and the Pinta. Around 90 men were chosen. Supplies were loaded, and preparations for the great voyage were complete. On August 3rd, 1492, Columbus and his 90 men set sail from Palos Harbor. The journey was filled with uncertainty. For weeks, nothing but endless sea surrounded them. Fear and despair grew among the crew. Food and water supplies began to run low. The compass showed unexpected variations, frightening the sailors. All 90 men were on the verge of mutiny. The crew was ready to rebel against Columbus, but he calmed them, saying, "Just a little more patience." Birds appeared in the sky, and floating branches and seaweed were spotted on the water. Land was near. At last, cries of "Land ho!" were heard. The Bahamas had been discovered. Columbus planted a cross on the sandy shore. The natives watched curiously from a distance. Columbus believed he had reached India. Thus, he called the natives Indios. Gifts were exchanged, and small golden ornaments were received. Columbus desired much more. The natives had only small pieces of gold jewelry. Columbus believed he would soon find great treasures. Columbus sought spices, silk, and gold, but what he found was far from his dreams. On December 25th, 1492, the Santa Maria ran aground and broke apart. Columbus left 39 men behind on Hispaniola to establish a small colony called La Navidad. Only the Niña and Pinta remained. With about 50 men, Columbus sailed back to Spain on the Niña and Pinta. Storms threatened the ships, and the return was filled with hardships. In March 1493, Columbus reached Spain. He was welcomed as a hero. The Queen and King celebrated his discovery as a great victory. Columbus made 3 more voyages in 1493, 1498, and 1502. Yet throughout his life, he still believed he had reached India. In time, it became clear that Columbus had actually reached an entirely new continent. His name went down in history as the discoverer of the New World. Columbus's discovery changed the world forever. Europe grew rich with gold and silver. Potatoes, corn, and tomatoes were introduced to Europe. The age of colonization began. Yet this discovery also led to the destruction of native peoples and the rise of the slave trade.